this is a live look at Carter Finley Stadium in Raleigh, North Carolina. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. It's the Duke Blue Devils and the NC State Wolfpack. Reese Davis, Dave Pollock, and Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline where she is keeping a close eye on some injury news that's unfolding.
Hey guys, I caught up with the Blue Devils head coach before the game. They have a lot of confidence in their backup this week. He was able to come in for their injured starter last week and have a very productive game. They like how he read the defense, how he got guys in and out of plays, so they are expecting to be able to really count on him here today in this big game. I'll keep you posted on how comfortable he looks starting out first quarter. Back to you.
Holly, we'll see how they adjust. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. So Duke's offense will have the first possession of the game. Redemption might be on their mind as they took a whipping the last time these two squared off.
They sure did, Reese, and their best players made a lot of mistakes the last time out, especially on offense. David, it's really important in this one. The stars have to play like stars. They got to stat it up, and they got to start fast.
And they got to remember what happened. They got to remember the celebration, the on-field antics, the social media, all of it that came with it. The embarrassment of last time. So, yes, your big players, they got to play big, especially in these rivalry games. And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Sets his feet, it's Pryor. Out wide right, it's Hall. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
This offense has a little room and a fresh set of downs at the 23. And the Blue Devils will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. Didn't make it any easier on themselves on 1st down. Now 2nd and long from the 21. Looking to throw, and they need a bunch. Fires to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. The Wolfpack faithful screaming at the top of their lungs, desperate for a 3rd down stop. Lets it fly. That's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
Great job by the defense here, forcing the fumble on the wide receiver. Look, understand the ball came out quick. I got to break, get hats to the football, secure the tackle, try to get that football out. Nice turnover, nice hustle by this defense.
Handoff from the gun. At the 35, he's open. Knocked down at the 29-yard line. Picked up 15 yards on the play, and he's got a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Stop right there. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high load, chop blocked on every single play early.
which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
Finding space. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. This is a designed run. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, NC State! Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Duke offense to start the drive. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
Caught. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it. The Blue Devils trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air, it's Pryor. Fires on the run. Makes the grab on the big throw. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the 1st down, and they like to do this. When they make a 1st down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Lowers those pads. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Pass completion moves the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Wide receiver comes in motion. And the RPO got him. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down. And the Blue Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quick completion to the right. He'll be dropped. Looks as if we have an injured Blue Devil on the play. Just barely picked up a yard, but that last completion, it's 2nd and 9. The snap sets up the throw. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
They'll run it in the red zone. It's Hall. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or 2.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and goal. trying to pick up a first down. Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. And the holder will spot it on the 14 for a 24-yard attempt. Never a doubt. That'll bring him to within 4.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. They believe in that running game. Got 6 before he stopped at the 23. We've reached the end of the quarter, and NC State has the edge. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Handoff to the fullback. NC State will pick up the first down.
And you got to throw the fullbacks a bone occasionally, okay? Those dudes have one of the worst jobs on the field. Always blocking every single play, down in, down out. When you get those situations, you can give him the ball, give him a bone, reward him for all of his hard work.
He lobs one high down the left side. He's got it on the outside.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
They might be thinking back-to-back big plays after that last one. 1st and 10 from the 32. They'll move the wide receiver. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Fires on the move. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
I'll tell you what, after that big gainer on 3rd down, you might think about your quarterback running it again down here. It's hard to throw down close inside the 10-yard line. You've got to have some design QB runs or give him a run-pass option on the perimeter. See if he can punch it in after that big gainer.
Quick hitting end around on 1st and goal. Going for the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Wolfpack. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
The Blue Devil offense will try to get things going on this drive. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. Motion from the wideout. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. All right, guys, let's look at the big picture for Duke. They were really excited about the pickup they got last week. Commitment from a 3-star defensive back, David. And when programs at this level can get guys like that in the building, everybody celebrates.
That whole building gets excited because transfer pool is one thing, but high school recruiting, when you can get somebody out of high school with some raw tools that are really good, you can see the future could be bright. You take those guys, you try to develop them instead of going into the transfer pool.
All over him immediately. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Pryor. Makes the grab on the left. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. He'll throw on third down. Turns it upfield. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. The Blue Devils moving quickly to the line.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Could not make his way to the corner. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
On the move. Escapes the sack. Trying to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job, and there's no gain on the play. Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the pack on third. Unleashes one deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. Splits the uprights, it's good. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. NC State heads out gearing up to go on the attack. Guys, it's been an entertaining first half and not a lot of time left to put some more points on the board.
No, but you got this possession right here to maybe go into the half tied up. So good first half, but a great way, Jesse, to end this first half.
Yeah, you'd love to take that momentum into the second half. And listen, this offense practices 2-minute every single week for this exact situation. They'd love to be able to go generate a few more points before taking it into the locker room.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They give it to him again. Hard running there. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. NC State comes to the line to deal with third and short. Got some green grass. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Trying to establish the run. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming. And now the Wolfpack will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Using his feet. Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. Timeout called by NC State. That's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Rest set of downs going up top. Moving out to the right. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Just enough time to get off one more snap. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field.
Timeout, NC State.
Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. Maybe being on the right hash will help him swing that big leg for this 54-yard attempt. one will leave a mark. No good. Still up by 8 after the miss. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. And the Blue Devils will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He gets a block. He's got an alley. Just barely able to keep him from housing it on that one. What a nice return. This dude is absolute electricity when he gets the ball in his hand. As we start the second half, what do you have for us, Holly?
Guys, checking in with the NC State head coach at the half. His conversation with his team in the locker room was execute, execute, execute. He understands that here at home, sometimes the crowd is in it, sometimes they're not. He wants them to bring their own energy and to make sure they are executing on every play to start the third quarter.
Thanks, Holly. There's got enough space. And he's in. Pounding his way in for the score. Touchdown, North Carolina State. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here this Week 11 performance. And with the extra point, they move on top by 15. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone.
Return goes out of bounds.
Let's go down to the sideline and Holly.
Here on the Blue Devils sideline, developing story, guys, their best wide receiver is dealing with a few issues. Very banged up here in this game, but he is battling through it, still on the field, trying to perform for his offense. I'll keep you posted on how he's able to adapt here in the game. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Hauls it in. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. The Blue Devils now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hall. Rumbles ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Under pressure. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. And the Blue Devils will punt it away on 4th down. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Secures it at the 30. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Long way to go on 2nd down. Hand off from the shotgun. Just a gain of 2, and now they're looking at 3rd and 8.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Third and long, a lot of ground to cover. From the gun, wants to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football.
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. Looking for room straight ahead. He's not quite going to get there, and they'll turn it over on downs as the defense stops him a few yards short. Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. From the gun, it's Hall. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw, it's Pryor. Rushes on. And down he goes. A defense bringing the heat.
Man, this defense has played so well, and this offense, they've struggled. They haven't executed greatly. They're going to have to do it against a really good defense who continues to apply pressure. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback a little better.
Fires to the big fella. He'll be stopped short, and they'll force a fourth down. The Blue Devils will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on fourth downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative, and that's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. Working the ground game.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there.
Really nice awareness by that guy, too, because it looked as though his momentum might carry him out of bounds, might stop the clock, but he knew to get down. He was fighting to make sure he fell down in the field to play, and as a result, the clock keeps ticking.
Shotgun snap on third down. Fires to the big fella. He's stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's first down. North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. Drops back on first down. He'll throw it. Finds his target. Now we get a timeout from the Blue Devils. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Second down to the air. Throws to the tight end. Got his man downfield. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. Timeout Duke. That's their second. They've got one timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. Second and long here. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Right side, it's Bryant. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. The Blue Devils take a timeout, and that's the last one. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. They'll go to the fullback. Wolfpack will get the first down.
It's like a cheat code. You know what's coming, but it's so hard to stop when you got the big fullback who comes downhill when you need it the most on third down and just falls forward and is going to get the first down. It's so nice to have, and this offense is set up with a chance to run this clock out.
Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack. And the beatdown has ensued. They add on another score, and now that record so close to going to 8-1 on the season. And with the extra point, the score is 28-6. These guys looking to put the finishing touches on this game with that score.
Yeah, I think you feel confident that ends it, right? Late in the game, it would take a miracle for the defense to get back in it. That miracle is no longer coming now.
And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
Back to pass, it's Pryor. Working that left side now. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Third and short now from their own 48. From the gun, wants to pass. Bought a little time, lets it go. Another incompletion on third down. And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the fourth down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Keeping his eyes downfield. He hits the slide, and he's converted this fourth down to keep the drive moving. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. Third and long coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. He's sacked. This defense all over it. They're going to stay aggressive and leave the offense out there on fourth down again. Snapped it, and he has to have it. They're all over it. It's incomplete. A fourth down stop and the turnover on downs.
I think after failing on the fourth down, guys, you look at the scoreboard, you look at how much time is left. I think they're going to lose this football game. This coaching staff is going to have to dig deep and try to find ways to get this team better next time they take the field.
A run for the quarterback. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Long way to go on second down. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
The Wolfpack with lots of ground to cover on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking deep down the right side. And it's caught inside the 15. And they'll bring him down after the long completion. An explosive pass play for this offense. Timeout is called and the clock is down to 8. NC State with a 1st and 10 here. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack! Made the grab in the end zone for the score. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 35-6. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. One more play to pad the stats. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. And on that short gain, that will bring us to the end of this game.
No matter how much college football